Just a small guide on floor 12, chamber 3. I wanted to cover this abyss much more in depth, so I'm trying that now. So, abyss, the reset right now is pretty good, but maybe people can still like improve their runs by these small strategies that I think of in this abyss rotation. So first is the first half will have two spawns, a dancer and an electro eremite, and then afterwards it's going to spawn a mirror maiden and I think a lore master, a pyro lore master. Uh, so what I like about this rotation or this abyss this time is that if you kill one mob, then it will continue to spawn the next mob. Usually in the other abysses that are very time constrained, it always makes you kill both of the mobs first, like the first set, before summoning the second set. So that's good that we can like force the mobs to summon, because the second mob, the Mere Maiden in particular, can be tanky on some teams, especially on my team where I use a Hydro DPS, and the Mere Maiden is Hydro focused. So my strategy would be to kill one mob as fast as I can, preferably the Dancer, and then go straight to the Mirror Maiden, and hopefully the other mob will, the Electro Eremite, will die with collateral damage as I'm damaging the Mirror Maiden. So let's do that now. I have Gene, so I can use this move, which is pretty fun. That's easy damage for my team. So I'm going for the Hydra one, and then see it already spawned. Oh, my mistake! Stopped the the fall damage. So here I could already focus on the more tanky mob, and then the second wave is already complete. Now the lore master is very dangerous if it still has its scorpion, but once you take care of the scorpion, it's going to be a little bit more vulnerable. So it's already that vulnerable. I need to take care of this one though, because it's going to try to evade me as much as possible. So that's the first half done. On the second half. The second half is very straightforward. You've got two Bathysmal Vishaps bosses uh, that are not too different with their overworld counterpart. They just have a little bit more health than the overworld one, and they have uh, a new or a mechanic that is particularly here in the abyss. So what mechanic is that? That is when their lives are connected. So if one boss dies, the other one that is still alive will try to revive the dead one. About revive it to about half or 40% health. So that will be the challenge, is to restrain your DPS or uh, attack them equally at the same time. My team has really good single target damage because of the hyper blooms that will be happening. So you're going to see me uh, going from one Vishap to another Vishap just to equalize their healths before I can like burst them down together. Now, with enough progression of your account, you can like DPS or damage this boss really fast, really quick. But you could have some difficulties in finding out which one is the one that you need to attack. So let's go. Let's start now. So they are a cryo Bathysmal Vishap and an electro Bathysmal Vishap. Their their ranged attacks will always take energy from you, which they took from my Xingqiu. See, they also do this move, which they do in the overworld. Try to have your healer keep your team alive. Now here's the thing. They jump to their position. The the Bolt Eater is actually the Electro one, and the Rhyme Biter is the Cryo one. That could confuse a lot of people because they've changed positions. So my tip would be to remember the naming sense. So the left one is always the Cryo one, and the right one is always the Electro one. I personally use like their naming sense in a way that I can recognize which one of them is which. So to me, rhyme biter, although rhyme is a word that actually I think refers to frost, I can see the bite. So like I think to myself that's kind of like frostbite. So rhyme biter, frostbite, that's the cryo one. Bolt eater, that sounds like lightning bolts, bolts of lightning. So the bolt eater is the electro one. So that's how I like remember their their who they are based on their names. This just a little help for when you like that could help you in a pinch if you don't know what you're doing. Stop for a second and see their names, which one is which. So now I will demonstrate the reviving part. I'm going to attack the Bolt Eater till it's dead. So now, oh wait, it still went. Oh, it died outside. So there we have like 5 seconds of time. You have 5 seconds to kill the other one fast. So, and if you don't do it right, then you'd be killing this one now, and then this one will be reviving that one, and it's going to be a cycle. So you have to know your DPS well to kill both of them at the same time. So basically that's it. Remember the position of their names. You just need to know who you're attacking or who you need to attack, and you have 5 seconds. So if you know your DPS well enough, what how much damage you can do in 5 seconds, then you can probably gauge when to attack. So that's mostly it for this chamber 3. I'm going to do chamber 2 next. I'm basing this guides on like how digestible the strategies are. The strategies are here are pretty simple. The strategies on chamber 2 will be a little bit more focused on the algorithm boss. And the first one, the first chamber, I'm just going to cover like what works best for those mobs because they have very varied mobs in the first chamber. Uh, yeah, so that's how I'm going to do these videos. So catch you later.